I am going to show you what will happen to humanity in 200 years. Are you ready? Let's go. I recently read an article published by Insider that shared some predictions made by experts. And today, I am going to add my own thoughts on top of that. Welcome back, everyone. Today, I am going to share with you my predictions for what the world will be like in the year 2223. So make sure to watch until the end of this video to see what I have in store for you. Before we get started, please consider subscribing. And Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, who has funded a number of companies that are developing new technologies to combat aging. But even if we were to develop the technology to extend human lifespan indefinitely, there is no guarantee that we would actually want to live forever. Many people find the idea of immortality to be terrifying, and there are many philosophical arguments against the pursuit of immortality. Technology is advancing at a rapid pace, and this trend will only continue in the next 200 years. As technology advances, it will create new jobs that we can't even imagine yet. For example, in the early days of the internet, there weren't any jobs such as web developer or social media manager. These jobs were created as the internet grew and evolved. The same thing will happen as technology continues to advance. This will facilitate the sharing of knowledge and best practices, and ultimately lead to better patient care. In 200 years, I believe that they will be a common household item, just like the vacuum cleaner or the television. In fact, there are already companies developing domestic robots that can perform a variety of tasks, such as cooking, cleaning, and providing companionship. Finally, telemedicine will allow patients to monitor their own health more closely, with wearable devices that can collect data on everything from our heart rate to our blood pressure. We will be able to keep track of our health and make lifestyle changes as needed. In addition, VR will revolutionize the way we do business. We need to be aware of the potential dangers of VR and take steps to mitigate them. Otherwise, we could end up creating a world where people are so addicted to virtual experiences that they forget about the real one. Meetings will be held in virtual conference rooms, and employees will be able to collaborate with colleagues from all over the world, as if they were in the same place. Education will also be transformed by VR. Students will be able to visit historical landmarks, explore the human body, or travel to distant planets, all from the comfort of their classrooms. For example, we will be able to identify people at risk of developing certain diseases, and then take steps to prevent those diseases from occurring in the first place. We will also be able to develop treatments that are more effective for specific groups of people based on their individual characteristics. This will lead to better outcomes for patients and a better understanding of how the body works. But I don't think this is something we need to worry about just yet, and I believe that this trend will continue in the next 200 years. One of the most exciting developments in healthcare is the field of gene editing. So what do you think? Do you agree with my predictions for what will happen to humanity in 200 years? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. With the ability to edit genes, we will be able to correct genetic defects that cause diseases such as cystic fibrosis or sickle cell anemia. We will also be able to develop new treatments for cancer and other diseases by targeting specific genes. Another promising area of research is the development of new vaccines and therapies for infectious diseases. Vaccines have already saved countless lives and eradicated diseases such as smallpox. In the future, we will develop new vaccines that are more effective and longer lasting. We will also develop new treatments for drug-resistant bacteria and viruses. In the future, we will see the rise of new technologies and treatments that will allow us to diagnose and treat diseases more effectively than ever before. As long as we use robots responsibly, I believe that they can greatly improve our lives in the years to come. Artificial intelligence is rapidly developing, and in 200 years, it will be one of the most powerful forces in the world. Investors will be able to use AI to make better investment decisions in business. Leaders will be able to use AI to develop more innovative products and services. However, it's important to remember that AI is only as good as the data it is trained on. If AI is trained on biased or inaccurate data, it will produce biased or inaccurate results. Therefore, we need to be careful to ensure that AI is trained on high-quality data and used in a responsible and ethical manner. AI will be able to perform tasks that require human intelligence, such as diagnosing diseases, making financial decisions, and even driving cars. In 200 years, I believe that this trend will continue and that we will see the rise of medical treatments that are specifically designed for each patient. This will free up humans to focus on more creative and strategic pursuits. By embracing telemedicine, we can create a world where everyone has access to quality medical care and where diseases are diagnosed and treated more quickly and effectively than ever before. New industries will emerge, and with them, the need for new types of workers. For example, some people believe that it would violate the natural order of things and lead to a world full of overpopulation and misery. They will also be able to learn new tasks and adapt to changing circumstances. For example, a robot could learn the preferences of its owner over time and adjust its behavior accordingly. Imagine putting on a headset and being transported to another world, whether for work, education, or entertainment. With advancements in technology, VR will become more immersive and lifelike than ever before. In addition, I believe that robots will play an even greater role in the workplace in the future. Many jobs that are currently done by humans will be automated, freeing people up to pursue more creative endeavors. It's already happening as we speak. I did a whole video on this topic, which you can check out after this one. If that happens, we will need to find new ways to distribute wealth and provide for the basic needs of our society, regardless of what happens. It is clear that technology will have a profound impact on the jobs that are available to us in the future. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to pursue immortality is a personal one. These homes will be able to monitor and control everything from the temperature to the lighting to the security systems. This will make our lives more comfortable and efficient, and could potentially save us a lot of money on our utility bills. There is no right or wrong answer, and it is up to each individual to decide what they believe. For example, your refrigerator could communicate with your grocery store and automatically reorder items when you're running low, or your washing machine could communicate with your water heater to let it know that it needs to run a load of laundry. These smart homes will be able to anticipate our needs and make our lives easier than ever before. We are so close to hitting that 100K subscribers mark, and it would mean the world to me if you could help me get there. And in 200 years, I believe that telemedicine will play a major role in keeping us healthy. With advances in technology, doctors will be able to diagnose and treat patients remotely using robots and other devices. This will allow people in remote areas to receive the medical care they need without having to travel long distances. One reason for this is that the cost of space travel is constantly decreasing. With the discovery of potentially habitable exoplanets and moons within our own solar system, there are now a variety of destinations that are worth exploring. Additionally, there is a growing need to establish a human presence beyond Earth in order to ensure the long-term survival of our species. In 200 years, I predict that we will have established a permanent human presence on the Moon and Mars, and that we will have launched the first crewed missions to other worlds. These missions will open up new frontiers for exploration and discovery, and will allow us to learn more about the universe than we ever thought possible. For example, the first space shuttle mission in 1981 cost nearly $2 billion in today's money. But the most recent SpaceX mission to the International Space Station cost less than $60 million. As the cost of space travel continues to decrease, it will become more and more accessible to private citizens and even tourists. Also, please give this video a thumbs up, as it really helps out. Okay, let's start with number 10. Some of these predictions are going to be fun. Others, not so much. According to Insider, the average life expectancy in the United States is currently just over 78 years. However, there are already treatments available, such as pharmaceuticals and supplements, that are dramatically increasing lifespans. Some people are living to be 150 years old, thanks to advances in technology and medicine. With all of these new developments, experts predict that the average life expectancy will increase to well over 100 years. The oldest person who has ever lived was a French woman named Jeanne Calment. She was born in 1875 and died in 1997 at the age of 122 years and 164 days. But even she might be considered a small fry compared to certain individuals who are actively working to extend their lives indefinitely. We will live longer. One of these people is Google Sergey Brin. He has spent millions of dollars funding research into radical life extension technologies such as cryonics, which involves preserving human bodies at extremely low temperatures in the hope that they can be revived in the future when medical science has advanced to the point where death can be reversed. This technology is still in its infancy, but it has the potential to allow humans to live for thousands of years or even become immortal. However, it is important to note that there is a lot of ethical debate surrounding the practice of cryonics, as many people believe that it is nothing more than a form of elaborate and expensive life insurance. Other prominent figures who have expressed interest in extending human lifespan include Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg, who has said that he believes it should be possible for people to live for 100 years or more. 9. More space travel. In 200 years, I predict that space travel will become much more common. Another reason why space travel will become more common in 200 years is that there are simply more opportunities out there now than ever before. Number 8. Different jobs. However, there is also the possibility that technology will automate many of the jobs that we have today. This could lead to widespread unemployment and economic instability. Number 7. Smart homes. In 200 years, I believe that every home will be equipped with smart technology. In addition, I think that we will see the rise of smart appliances that are capable of communicating with each other and coordinating tasks. Number 6. Telemedicine. Medical care is one of the most important aspects of our lives. In addition, telemedicine will allow doctors to consult with each other instantaneously no matter where they are in the world. 5. Robots. Robots are already playing a bigger and bigger role in our daily lives. These robots will be able to understand natural language and interact with humans in a natural way. Of course, there is always the risk that robots will eventually become smarter than us and take over the world. Number 4. Virtual reality. In 200 years, virtual reality will be a part of everyday life. It will allow us to experience things that would otherwise be impossible, like walking on the surface of Mars or swimming with dolphins. The possibilities are really endless. However, it's important to remember that with great power comes great responsibility. Number 3. Artificial intelligence. For example, doctors will be able to use AI to diagnose diseases more accurately and develop more effective treatments. Number 2. Personalized medicine. Medicine is becoming more and more personalized, taking into account a person's individual genetic makeup and lifestyle. This will allow us to treat diseases more effectively and preventatively, and will also allow us to live healthier lives. Number 1. Better healthcare. Advances in technology have led to significant improvements in healthcare over the past century. We will also see a greater emphasis on preventive care and lifestyle changes as we learn more about what causes diseases and how to avoid them. Overall, I am optimistic about the future of healthcare, and I believe that in 200 years, we will live longer and healthier lives than ever before.